Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. It is 7:16 a.m. on Tuesday, the 10th of April. I need to go pay for my storage unit today. And here's a Char V, a little Char V. Now, Char V, you see that spot between his eyes? That really, he rubbed it raw, or he got a zit or something. I'm not actually holding him there. He's just staying kind of uncomfortably over my thumb. It's a kind of a weird position. Howdy, Char V. But he's got that. It's not growing back. It's a little patch of pink fur between his eyes. Pink skin. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he did that by rubbing it on something, and because I don't know what he could have rubbed it on. I have nothing in his cage he could have rubbed it on. And so I have no ideas what's going on with that fur between his. I think it actually is growing back. It's just, it does take a time. I'm taking a look at it now, and there is fur. It's just very, very short, so it is growing back. Thank you so very, very much, Char V. This is Char V. Of course, Char V is a mix between Charlie and Harvey, and so we decided to call him Char V. Hi, little guy. I'll put you back in your cage. I woke him up. I dug him out of his nest. There you go, little guy. Thank you so much. He's probably going to relocate to a new nest now. He does that. Other hamsters, if I dig them out of their nest, they'll just snuggle back in there. Make sure I'm centered. Snuggle back in and then go back to sleep. 90% of the time, what he does is he'll relocate to a new nest. So, hard to say. He might stay there. I think he might stay there now. He's just not curled up. But how they sort of, well, it's kind of a curl, except they're sitting upright and he's just cleaning himself. So I think he's going to stay there. Thumbs up for that. He's a good little guy. I still have just my 4 little Hamatrons and 1 little old guy. I got to be so careful with him. That's 9 toes. He's so old. I do not want to stress him out and have him die. So I'm very, very careful with him. But there's Char V and Bad Ears. Now, Bad Ears doesn't really run on his wheel anymore. He spends most of his time just running around and cleaning himself and playing around and stuff, and then eating inside of his nest. He just stays inside of his nest a lot. So I don't know why. He's not old. He's moderately young-ish. Thumbs up. Ah! I had a... Which... there's a game I was going to give away on the Steam Key giveaway thing, and I was going to write it down. Last night I had a bunch of stuff that I was going to write down, but I was so tired I just went straight to bed. And I didn't write it down. And now I can't remember what the game key is. So tomorrow, on Wednesday, I'm going to do the whole giving away another Steam Key thing. So we're going to have a Steam Key giveaway. Thumbs up on that. I've given away Starpoint Gemini 2. And then Conspo Lopez is going to get the key for Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, because IDOS has never contacted me in any way, shape, or form after winning. So, thumbs up on that. So, Conspo Lopez is getting the key for Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. And I can't even remember what the game was. So, tomorrow we're going to do the... Was that a wheel or was that my voice? Oh, that's Char V in his wheel. Char V likes to run. He's a good little guy. And now that I woke him up, he's on his wheel. He's a sweetheart. Oh yeah, one of the things I did want to mention, just as a quick aside, which is probably going to take like a lot of time here, but because this is a rental home, you have to go with the rental home stipulations. You cannot have a cat in this particular rental home. So I don't have a cat. On the other hand, a cat does have me. When I lived, well, it goes back even further. When my wife and I first got married and we lived up in Blaine, Washington, right on the Canadian-Washington state border, we had some cats, and one of them had kittens. we couldn't take care of them because she got really, really sick and was in the hospital that's when things started really going downhill. And so it was just me, and I was all the time at the hospital with her, and so I couldn't take care of kittens, and cats were just making the place unlivable, and so we had to get rid of all the kittens. My brother-in-law's family came and took all the kittens. I forgot which kittens were the ones we gave them, and so for years and years they had all these cats. One of the cats they had is the cat called Amelia, a nice calico cat. Very smart cat. In fact, she is when there was wild dogs where 99% of all the cats got killed in the neighborhood, she was one of those that survived. When other cats would get like trapped inside the trailer, she would let people know that there was a cat in the trailer, you need to go let him out. So she was very smart and very aware of what to do. As soon as my wife and I moved in across the street, she adopted her and me. And so she spent a lot of time over across the street with us. And then after my wife died and I moved into the garage across the street, Amelia basically adopted me entirely and spent 99% of her time downstairs in my room with me. And that was a good thing. And then when I had to leave, we moved here because my in-laws were losing their house themselves. And so I couldn't stay in the garage, had to find a place to leave, moved here. Leave, live, moved here. A few days after my in-laws left, Amelia shows up here. And so I don't know if they just left her there or if she ran away from where they moved to and decided to come here, because she showed up. And she's been here since. She has claimed me. She wants me. She also does like my housemates, but sometimes when I reach for my kitty cat's face, and I don't specifically reach for her face, and she's not my cat, when I reach for the cat that has claimed me, and I come towards her face or whatever, she'll flinch, like she's afraid she's going to get hit. So I don't recall her doing that before, so I'm hoping nobody around in this area flicks her in the face or anything, because that would be unfortunate. But it makes me feel bad every time I reach for her and she flinches, because that's awful. I don't like anyone flinching from me, because I don't hurt people or animals or things, and so someone acting like I'm going to is just, it hurts. But I wanted to tell that little story because Amelia has claimed me, and the other part of the story is this morning she was at the door, well, not the door, the window over there. I have the window, and she comes in and out the window. There's a very, if a human being can't get in and out the window the way she does. She jumps up onto some stuff, runs across the top of a fence. There's a little eave that's like big enough for a cat and rain, but not really anything else. And she'll run across the top of that and then make a huge leap, and then boink, she's up on the windowsill. And so I was like, holy smokes. But she does it. And even though a human being would have to be a spider monkey or need ropes and tackle, but she gets up, and she was coming in and scraping at the window because I didn't have it open enough that she could just come inside. But when I looked over at her, my hair, I gotta comb it. When I looked over, she had this big old dead rat hanging out of her face. And I was like, no, you're not coming in with a dead rat. That's so gross. Because yesterday, she came in, and then I pushed my chair back after an hour or two and got up. And then when I stood up, there was a big old dead rat on the floor. So she'd left a big old dead rat. I threw it outside. I don't know if the rat she found was that one, or if it was a different rat she killed. But I was like, no, you're not coming in with a big dead rat. Because she kept dropping it and then having to jump back down and grab it. And then she'd run back up and then scrape at the window and then drop it and then jump back down. I was like, no, you're staying out there. But then after the last drop, she didn't jump down to get it. And so I let her in. And then immediately upon getting in, she wanted to go back out through the front door so she could go get a rat and bring it in. No. You're not going to go get your rat. Yuck. I don't need you to teach me how to hunt. I'm quite happy not hunting and eating rats. I'll eat other things. I'll hunt other things. I don't want to hunt rats. I'll hunt hamsters. There's little Char V. Oh, he did. He relocated his nest. After running for a tiny bit on his wheel, he now moved to the opposite side of the cage. Whenever, he's the only hamster I have that does that. If I pick up little bat ears out of his like funnel hamster nest, he'll just, and then put him back in there, he'll just snuggle in there, make sure his lid's on, and then he goes back to sleep. Momo Squeak and Boogle run back inside of their houses, and well, that's the 4 of them, isn't it? Yeah, but Char V, nope, you interrupt him in the one nest and he relocates entirely to a different one. So I can chase him from nest to nest to nest by just picking him up and then putting him back down there, and he'll relocate to another one. Well, I can understand it. I mean, it's, even if it's a nest, even if it's not a house, like I've given Momo Squeak or Boogle over there, even if it's not a house and it's just a nest, it is their safe space. It is their safe place. And by tearing their house apart and dragging them out, I can understand them being terrified, because they're in their safe place. And you're tearing apart their safe place, and their brain only knows at that point that they're gonna die. They know they're prey animals. They know that everything in the world wants to eat them. So anytime anything goes wrong, they know they're gonna die. And it's sad that way. And in fact, right down here, because Char V has relocated and Momo Squeak is right here. Oops, I kicked the base for my microphone. Here, now that I've moved though, I have got to make sure I'm centered again. I have very little control over my life, and so I have to jealously guard what little control I have. And now this is a 2 hamster day, because here's Momo Squeak, Momo Squeak, Momo Squeak. Looks like a fish, but acts like a monkey. Momo Squeak. Today is hamster vlogging day, apparently, which is okay. One day I'm going to have more hamsters again. I'm never going to get the well, I might. I don't know. I might get the 22 like I had before, but I doubt it. But while I was living in my brother-in-law's garage, ooh, careful there. Okay, we'll bite and chew. Actually, that one might be related to the way I was touching her fur, because when she did that, can you see the way she's, I don't know if that's because she's digging in and irritated, or it's because the way I'd touch her fur, because she trembled, and then her little feet would dig in, and I could feel her front legs going like this as she was pulling at my skin there with her little paws, and then she would reach down and bite at my skin. But it wasn't a bite. That's the kind of bite that says I want to go down. That's their I want to go down bite. But I've never before felt her tremble and then have her dig in her front paws and then pull. That was so weird. It must be, she must be close to in heat or some such. And then, well, oh, I was touching her right around her scent glands, because Syrians have scent glands on their hips right back there, close to where I was touching her. They must just be very, very sensitive at this point. How odd. Still though. And of course, to wildly jump subjects, I am partnered with Humble Bundle. If you could check out the Humble Bundle link there, it's a paid thing. If eventually enough people buy stuff from using that link, they will pay me for having sent people there. So far, not enough people have bought anything for me to get paid for it, so I'm continuing to shill and whore myself out. Now, there's nothing wrong with whoring yourself out. There's nothing wrong with being a sex worker. In fact, this is one of my personal views on life. Jumping to another subject entirely. To hell with the Humble Bundle thing. Let's talk about this instead. There's nothing wrong with being a sex worker. There's really nothing wrong with sex work. Sex work is it's just another job. It's another need. It's another niche that's filled, whether you are a male, female, somewhere in between, or not. I mean, the range of human experience is huge. So, but sex work is just work. So there's no shame in it. I mean, why should someone be shamed for being able to do amazing things with some parts of their bodies but not others? It's because there's pleasure and reproduction and all this stuff that it's taboo. Ah! Screw that. Anyway, though, so if you check out that link, Humble Bundle down there, then I do get paid every time you buy something, so that's a very good thing. That was my advertisement for Humble Bundle. I'm a terrible, terrible salesman. I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments now. I'm going to read them afterward, but for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. A good comment: thank you very much for making videos. You are a wonderful person. A bad comment: why haven't you died of cancer yet, you old fool? An indifferent comment: you were a human being, or you are a human being. This was a video. These are all equal in my eyes right now. Thank you for having left a comment. Now, if I mispronounce a username, my sincere apologies. I'm an American English speaker, and it's a range because I'm counting on the fingers of this hand, and I got lost. And I should have kept that down so it wasn't as bright. So much backlighting. Anyway, though, I'm calling up Chrome, so we have Hagen DZS, Hagen Dazs, thank you very, very much. X Rollins Gaming X18, thank you very much. Mr. Caterpillar, greatly appreciated. Miku Hatsune, I sure hope I'm close, thank you very much. Loud, thank you. Childish Froki, thank you very, very much. And Nanny, greatly appreciated. Flower Pot, thumbs up and thank you very much. Stephen Whitehead, greatly appreciated. Amber Balu Voss, I sure hope I'm close. And Gaming Paradise Omega, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kit's Cat, thumbs up and thank you. Jordan Lecky, greatly appreciated. Claude 5190, thank you very, very much. It's good to see you in the comments. And Sans is the best, son of a gun, and thank you very, very much. Chailu, I sure hope I'm close, but I doubt it. Thank you very much. Dank Maz, greatly appreciated. Dallas J, thank you very, very much. Crying laughing emoji, heck of an emoji on that one. Thank you very much. Indominus, greatly appreciated. Nixie, thumbs up and thank you. I am Mugs, thank you so very, very much. Oliver Verheyen, thank you, greatly appreciated. OMG, it's proof. Well, thank you very, very much. And Christopher Pacheco, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with actual people. Thank you so very, very much. It is a very, very good thing and greatly, greatly appreciated. If you could check out my various links, I've got Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. That would be awesome if you could check those out. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign and become a Patreon.com patron, that would be truly awesome, like one of these beautiful and awesome people. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool, but I would understand if you don't want to. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Oh yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'll have to do that later. Still though, I've got hopefully a reaction video coming up. I was very glad I was able to do one yesterday. A game video coming up on this channel. A game video from my game channel. So definitely a thumbs up. So, oh, I have a full minute left. Yeah, I was talking about, you know how I sometimes say I have 19 years left? I'll say like, you know, the average lifespan of an American man is 74 years. 19 years ago, my mother was my age right now. And she was helping me out while I was an active alcoholic. When I say in 19 years, I've only got 19 summers left, my mother was 19 years older than I am. She died at age 74. So when I say I've got 19 summers left, it's not really a joke. She only had 19 summers left when she was my age right now. And while that's no indication of how long I'm going to live, the fact is, who knew that she only had 19 summers left? Spend your time wisely. We have a very finite amount. But you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.